New year, new Canva features. In this video, I'm going to show you everything that's new, at least that I know of, in Canva as of January 2026. Let's go. All right, let's dive right in with the first feature. I'm going to talk about 6 or 7 new features today. One only is going to be a paid feature, and that is this one right here. It is called Image to Video, and it's a paid feature because it's part of the Magic Studio. It's an AI feature, all right? And this feature allows you to create a simple animation from a still image with the help of AI. All right, so first image I would like to try to animate with this feature is this one right here. Okay, this is a screenshot of the first RonDi talk, which is a new program we are starting for our membership, the RonDi CoLab. If you're interested, I will tell you more about this later, but this is just a still frame extracted from this piece of content. First, let's locate the feature. I'm gonna click on the image, find the edit button right here, and you should start looking inside that Magic Studio features right here. This is where you will find it. So I'm gonna use a little arrow until I find this nice butterfly right here animated. So I'm gonna click on it, and from here you will have two options. Okay, the first one is to roll with the smart animation. So basically Canva will decide which animation, which kind of movement to inject into your photo. Okay, make your own image move like a video. This setting works well for most photos and graphics. Okay, so smart, it will just generate some sort of movement in your photo. Or you could go custom and describe the ideal motion, okay, the ideal effect that you would like to inject into that photo. Let's go with smart and generate a 3-second video. So Canva will start analyzing your photo, and because this photo has people in it, I was not able to generate that animation. You see, we've detected imagery that doesn't meet our policies or contain a face. Yeah, so you can learn more about the AI safety policies of Canva, but they are pretty strict. So just know, I just wanted to show you, demonstrate that it cannot be done. I think that is a pity because a lot of the other AI tools that can do similar things will let us animate still photos, even if they contain photos of real people in there. So Canva is being extra careful here with its AI use, which in this case could be a turnoff, right? For me, it's clearly a turnoff. I would use this feature to animate this, to make me, I don't know, shut my laptop down, for example, or make me stand up, or I don't know, like reach out to Diana, something. So I needed to find a workaround. So here is Team RonDi, not real people. So very cute, I have to admit. This has been made with ChatGPT's new image generator. I could talk about this in another video if you like, let me know. But let's see if Canva accepts that and accepts to animate that. So again, I'm gonna go find my image to video. First, I'm going to duplicate this and you will understand why. So Option key held down, and I'm just going to drag here. I just want to duplicate this so I don't lose the original, because when you actually animate your photo, becomes a video, it will be replaced. So I didn't want that. All right, let's go for the smart and see what Canva comes up with. And then I'm curious to see the difference when I will actually inject my own prompt into this. Okay, so let's see, something is happening here. I just clicked the purple button to add it to my design, and what we see here is a simple zoom, which is not really working for me here because it crops my image. I don't have the entire image anymore. So let's go and cancel that out. Let me try something else. Again, edit, find the butterfly, custom, the couple, look at each other and hug. Okay, I want to give Diana a nice hug in this photo. Let's see if it manages to make that happen. One thing you need to know while this is loading is that Canva didn't ship a lot of new features for this beginning of the year, the first month of January. And also, usually we have access to the Canva Verified Expert Slack channel with like all the decks that Canva give us with all the new features, but they are maintaining this Slack channel. So they are kind of cleaning it up for the beginning of the year. So I didn't have access to this. So if you have come across some new features that I didn't mention, mention in this video, let me know in the comments because I would gladly go and find them and test them and talk about them in the next episode. I want to cover them all. All right, so something here looks much better. Okay, I'm gonna add this to my design. And you see, I wanted to show you that the photo is being replaced. So this is nice. I mean, this is nice and cute. Giving a hug. Yeah, it's not really a hug. It's like giving me an imaginary carrot or piece of my jacket. But okay, you kind of see the point here. This is image to video. I think, honestly, this is a gimmick. It's not going to be something I will be using very often. It could be great. I mean, when I use ChatGPT, Nano Banana, I see the power of such a thing, of just using this inside Canva without having to go to these external platforms. But in this state, like cannot use real people in only 3 seconds. This is quite limited. So I would say, well done, Canva. Maybe keep on working on this. The last thing I wanted to show you, and I'm not gonna do it live, I wanted to show you, I animated this logo right here with the smart animation, and it gave me this. So wobbly and like a funky background going on. So this could be interesting, but again, it's not groundbreaking. So let's move on to the next feature. The second new feature I want to talk about today is something that the community has been waiting for quite a long time. Actually, it took Canva quite a while to ship this, but I'm very glad they did because this is going to make our lives easier. I'm talking about starred fonts. So Canva now offers us the ability to star the fonts that we like inside the editor. It's going to be available for all users. So let me demonstrate how that would work. So this is good old Montserrat. Okay, you see Montserrat right here. If I click on Montserrat, I can now come here to Montserrat, click on the 3 little dots right here and star that font. Boom, I started, and on top of everything right here, I should have a new section in my font section. So it's going to be the very first one. You will have your starred fonts. I don't know how many fonts we can star and have like kind of locked right here. I made a few mistakes. I starred Comic Sans, big mistake. So I'm going to unstar that. So I'm going to show you, you can unstar your fonts and boom, they're gone. So yeah, very easy to use. For example, this text right here, let's say I'm looking for some text combination. I have a lack of inspiration. So I would come to RonDi's LinkedIn profile right here or Team RonDi's Instagram account and just browse through the post right here, show all posts, and just find right here in the feeds a nice post about font pairing. Okay, so if you click here, you'll find this carousel, and these are all types of fonts that work well with Quicksand. Okay, Quicksand and Bernoru. Okay, let's try this. So coming back here, I'm going to do Quicksand. So searching for Quicksand. Quicksand, it is right here. I'm going to star this in some Quicksand love. Okay, and you see, just like that, you can very easily star your favorite font and they will be starred right here, not just for this design, but for all sorts of other design. Let me show you by coming back to the homepage and opening a random document. Let's take the RonDi CoLab, which is what we are building at the moment. So what I want to show you is that if I click on a text box, come here, you'll see my starred fonts are going to be right here. So what is really the benefit of starring a font over just having the font in your document, over having the font in your brand kit? Well, I believe that in your brand kit, you will have your brand identity font, the font that you use all the time. For us, it's Montserrat, it's Anton. Depending on which brand kit I use, I have a few variations, but it's the fonts you use all the time. Now, the document fonts are the fonts that appear in your document. Okay, but the star fonts could be some cool fonts that you've seen, for example, in one of our carousels or a content creator that you like, or in a template that you loved. You see the font, you will star the font, and you can kind of rotate between these fonts, which makes it interesting. And it's not like a permanent decision that you have to stick with, like your brand kit fonts. So I believe that is the difference. And I love that Canva brought it to us in this way. So we can now quickly save the fonts that we like. The next feature is an interesting one, and it's Canva building up that feature that was previously introduced, but they have been making this feature more robust. I'm talking about the offline mode. Okay, so we are going to go offline, which is always a challenge when you are filming a tutorial, but that's fine. Offline mode, make your design available for some simple edits when you don't have access to the internet. Okay, it's a free feature, so it's available for everyone. And now let's see how we use it. I'm gonna go back to the homepage because it starts on the homepage. So let's say I want to make a specific design available offline. Okay, let's say this one right here. These are my posts for the RonDi CoLab. So because we are launching this new membership on January the 15th, we have been working a lot developing all sorts of things like courses, podcasts, and a series of posts. So this document right here is that. Let's say I want to make this design available to me because I know I'm going to take the train or I'm going to take a flight and I need to work on that design. So you can now do this for any design. Before it used to be only the case of presentations. Now you can do this with any design. So the way it works, you click on the three little dots right here, and you will have to make this available offline. Okay, so click here. You will see making available offline. So something is going to happen. You see a little loading bar right here. And when it's ready, you should see a message that says design available offline. Okay. All right, now let's test this by killing the internet. I'm going to click on my Wi-Fi right here and turn that off. There you go. I am now offline. And you see when you actually go offline, you should see right here your homepage changing in Canva to show you only the documents that are available offline. So now what I really want to test is to see this post right here. What can I do within this post? So it's going to take a few seconds to properly load. You'll see the fonts will become the real fonts. All right, so I see all of my posts, post 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. Now I want to start tweaking and see what I can do here. So for example, if I click on the fonts here, the fonts that will be available right here for me to work with will be the document fonts. I will not have access to the font library other than the document fonts right here. I do have access to my text styles, so that's pretty good. So these are the fonts from my brand kit, which is good. The brand kit will not be working offline. The elements tab will have a limited amount of content. Okay, so obviously you cannot browse the element or photo or video library because you are offline, but you can use basic shapes like square, circles. You have more this way. They kind of got rid of the see more or see all buttons here, which is annoying because now can only see 2 or 3 at a time. You can use tables, charts, grids. So let's go ahead and do something here. I'm going to add a page right after my first page and add a frame to it. Let's make the frame smaller like so. And what else could I do? I will bring a photo and see if the photo actually uploads and stays in that frame. Okay, so let's go for a course thumbnail right here, bringing a photo. I'm trying to drop a photo right here of the Canva master course on my design, like I would be able to normally do when I'm online and it's not working. So I cannot upload new photos or videos or anything really to this design because I'm offline. But I could change the text, posting schedule. I could add some text. Let's add some text right here. Add on text. Can change the font to the available fonts. Can I edit the images? Yes, I can edit the images, but the magic features are not available for me. So I cannot do much, cannot apply filters, cannot really do anything, to be honest. I am offline, so yeah. So all I can do is really to type some content, arrange the layout. I do not have access to the design tab with the styles. Text is working. Tools, yeah, I could draw on this. Yep, okay, that's good. I'm gonna Control Z that. Can use the sticky notes, I guess. Yep, I could annotate this, delete Can I leave a comment? No, comments are not available. I'm just trying to figure out together with you all the things we can do. Apps are not available. So that's pretty much what we can do. So we can still work on that presentation or on the social media post. I could probably start writing copy and maybe thinking about the images and describing the images, but I cannot really work visually right here. So what I want to show you next is, how do you save this? Does it save for when you go back online? Well, let's find out. I'm going to close this project. Remember this page 2, okay? Page 2, I added a frame. Let's add a border or a round boarding and a border to this frame. Okay, let's make that nice. Let's give it a nice gradient, make it bigger. Okay, remember this page 2, all right? So what I'm going to do now is go back to my homepage, okay? Back to Canva. So when I am offline, I should be able to see all of my available offline designs right here. If I click here, I can remove this from offline availability as well. I can remove them to that temporary memory. All right, so this design has been closed. Okay, it's not open anymore. I can see I'm still offline. All right, see my offline design. That's what I was looking for earlier. When you are offline, you can click here and see all of your offline designs. Let me go back to the homepage. All right, so I'm going to bring back the internet right here. Should only take a second. There you go. I see something moving. My Wi-Fi is blinking right here and we're back. All right, good. All of the designs are loaded back here. What I want to test is to reopen this post right here and check page 2 to see if my page was actually saved. So remember this bad boy right here. So it's actually here. Okay, so offline experience feedback. How was your offline experience? It was good, but I wish I could do more. Let's tell them that I wish I could do more when I'm working offline. Access to more features, being able to upload media to my design. Okay, so that's just a quick feedback to Canva. I think it's good, proper, like being a good member of the Canva community to leave feedback to Canva, because at the end of the day, they are listening. When we were in Sydney for the Canva World Tour event, we participated in a product day where the product teams were meeting with the Canva verified experts, and we spent a good 3 hours just giving feedback to them, and they absolutely drank all of the things that we were telling them, because it's so important for them to have real feedback from power users. So keep giving feedback whenever you're asked to. All right, so I think it's time we move on to the next feature. What do you think? The next new feature is also a very practical one, and these are my favorite Canva features, the little tweaks that make our experience much better. This one is called Upload Folders, and it allows me to upload an entire folder when I use the upload button in the editor. For example, a folder full of photos, in order to keep everything neat and tidy when I upload stuff. It's available for everyone. The way you would proceed is to click on your Uploads button right here, click on the 3 little dots right here, and all the way here at the bottom, you should see Upload Folder. When you click here, you will access your computer and you can simply upload your folder with the different images or whatever it contains. The other way to go about this is to simply grab the folder in one of your different windows right here. You see there's a folder coming. It's called AI Photos of RonDi, Indiana. So I drag my click and I drop it right here. Boom. And you will see it will start uploading. So AI Photos of RonDi, Indiana. I don't remember how many photos this folder contains, but you see they are loading here. 6 different photos. These were pretty fun, but this is not the point here. The point is that I uploaded all of my photos inside the folder right here. And you see it's gonna be nicely organized under my folders right here. So now this folder can do whatever I want with it. I can move it to somewhere else in my Canva organization. I hope you have one. And yeah, I think this is just a nice way. I can share it as well if I want. So you see right now it's private. By default, it will be private, but then you can share it with the rest of your team. And obviously you can delete it. I'm going to delete this for now. I just wanted to show you basically. All right, next feature. The next feature is also a simple one. It's called Download Page. All right, this one allows me to download my specific pages of my document in a much faster way. Instead of going to share and then download and then choose the format and then choose the page and download, I can do this now much faster from the little thumbnail that I see right here, the different thumbnails of the pages that my design includes. Let's say I want to download this very page right here in my design. So all I need to do is to locate its thumbnail right here at the base of my screen, click on the three little dots and go to download page. If you click here, it will open. Basically, it's a shortcut that goes to the share button and the download button in under share. So I save 2 clicks here. Now I can select my format. Let's say I want this in PNG. It's already the right page. So download. And you see my page is downloaded. It is right here. There you go. I have downloaded my page. So nice little feature, not groundbreaking again, but it's going to save us a lot of time. There's another new thing I want to show you. It's called download designs from the home page. Okay, so this one is quite similar to what I just showed you, but it happens from the home page. So let's go to the home page. Let's say I want to download something not too big like this, for example. Banner, like these are just a few LinkedIn banners. I have 7 banners in this document. First step, locate the design you want to download. This one. Next, click on the 3 little dots here, download right here. Okay, so click the little arrow and then you access the download menu right from here. Okay, so you can select PNG, whatever you want, the pages that you want, hit download. You will be able to download your design right here. You don't have to open the design and go to share and all of that jazz. You can do everything from the home page. So again, saves clicks, save time, everybody's happy, and yeah, me too. Let's move on. All right, guys, we made it to the last feature of today's tutorial. I'm pretty happy I managed to keep this kind of tidy today, so that's good. If you did enjoy this video, support the channel, like give us a like. This is always helpful. Maybe share the video with someone else or subscribe to the channel if you are not yet a subscriber, because this year there's a whole bunch of new things coming to Canva and we will cover them all right here on this channel. Check out the description if you are interested in joining the RonDi CoLab, the membership. The membership is for people who want to build a business, right? We take you along with us on that journey of creating your business. We guide you. You are building with the help of a community, and we will play the role of the mentors of that community, helping you make the hard decisions of building your business. More info in the description. Let's wrap up this video, guys. The last feature is called new locking options. It's not called like that, but I called it like that because these are really new ways to experiment with the lock feature in Canva. So let me show you what I mean by that. All right, the first thing I want to show you is that you can now lock your elements in different ways. So let's take that cute little felt puppet right here. This is an image, okay? It's an image. I click on the 3 little dots, locate the lock button. And now what I can do, previously I could just only lock it, okay? If you lock it, there's not much you can do about it. It's just locked. If you want to move it, you will need to unlock it, okay? Oops, unlock. There you go. Now it's unlocked. Now, what you can do is to go to your lock button, lock position only. So now this image is partially locked. Its position only is locked, but I can still edit it. If I go here to edit, I can still access the Magic Studio, can still apply a filter. For example, let's blur the entire thing. Let's give some blur. Yeah, you see, I can apply my filters. I can apply my effects. I can play around with the AI, but the position is locked. I cannot move it. Okay, so that's one new thing you can do. Let me unlock this. Now, if you do this with text, you can also do this. You can do this with elements, text, images, whatever. So let's again, go to the 3 little dots, lock and position only with text. I can not actually change the font, which is weird, but because it says position only, but I cannot change the font. I cannot change the color of this background, but I can change the text. Okay. For example, I can rewrite the text. So this is something new. It's a new way of using that lock button. They actually added a new sub feature to that lock feature. But yeah, I thought I would show it to you. And I believe that's all I wanted to show you for today. Thank you for following along until the end. If you're still here, I love you. You are a real fan. Appreciate your support. I'm going to leave you with the rest of the What's Hot in Canva tutorials. There's a full playlist for you to keep discovering what's new in Canva.